The anime begins with a boy named Hamada running for his life as an invisible figure chases him through the streets. Hamada searches for a friend's contact on his mobile who can help him escape or fight his hunter. That figure kills Hamada, but before dying, he sends his friend, Kaname, a text message invite to the game's app. Next at school, Kaname sees the notification of the game. Hiroyuki, who was searching for Hamada, approaches him and learns about the game notification. He tries to stop him from logging, but Kaname logs into the game. He opens the app, and a snake comes out of the game and bites him on the neck. Kaname passes out, and Hiroyuki takes him to the nurse's office. When Kaname wakes up, Hiroyuki again tries to stop him from playing this game, but he does not listen and begins the first match with Banda. Banda is the shape of a panda. In the app, he suddenly appears in front of Kaname with a knife. Kaname runs from him to save his life. Hiroyuki reaches him and attacks Banda with his guns, and Hiroyuki also gets injured. Kaname survives his first match with help of Hiroyuki, and Banda disappears in square parts. Hiroyuki also dies some days later because of a stomach wound, but it is later revealed that Hiroyuki and Banda were out of life points. For the next game, he receives a gun and location. He goes to that location but leaves the gun at home. He meets a girl named Shuka and asks her about the laws of the game, but Shuka does not trust him. Shuka asks him about his sigil, which is basically a power given to every player of the game, but Kaname does not know about his strength. He tries to run from Shuka, but she does not allow him. During the fight, Kaname figures out his ability to conjure or summon items at will, and helps him devise a plan to disarm Shuka and end their match without anyone dying. Shuka then pledges her undying love for Kaname and asks him to begin a family with her after he wakes up from a coma. Kaname and Shuka agree to work together as friends at first. Once Kaname becomes stronger, they will form a family, but it means they will both have to survive the event they have just been invited to. Both receive the invite. Shuka makes Kaname take her shopping as an excuse to scout out the location of the event. She tells him that they are not allowed to use the game name openly because it is prohibited. She also tells him about the 8 clan who killed 12 people. Kaname is worried in the shopping mall, and Shuka is busy shopping. There is another girl sitting in a room and watching all the games through a laptop screen. She sends a guy and Yukai to fight Kaname. Another player tracks down Kaname and takes his phone, and orders him to follow him. He forces him to fight him to get it back. Kaname has no choice and starts a battle with him. The girl in the room calls Shuka and gives her information about Danjo's boxing club and player Flame Demon, but she does not find any information about Wang. And Yukai knocks down Kaname and asks him to call Shuka for help, but Kaname warns him by taking his mobile under control. Shuka arrives to fight for Kaname's help, but he refuses, and Yukai surrenders and Kaname wins the fight. Kaname gets a notification of the treasure hunt game starting in a minute. Suddenly, 3 of them are trapped in cubes and teleport to different places. Shuka is finding Kaname and sees the crowd observing the body. As soon as the civilians begin to ask questions about the imprint, a wave of vibration echoes through the city, wiping their memory of any questions regarding the imprint. There is a group of spectators watching the action from an undisclosed location. Only one person is named, Themis. The battle begins with 300 members, but now 299 are left as one dies by falling from a building. The goal is to find rings, and each spiral has points. If a player tries to escape or log out, they will be eliminated. Kaname is teleported to a hotel and starts finding Shuka. He uses his smartphone to identify the rings available in his area, and finds a ruby worth 500 points and continues to move toward the hotel exit. In the hall, he meets a guy wearing a SWAT uniform and fights with Kaname for the ring. Kaname hands over. Kaname faces the opposing player, giving him his ring and letting him take the elevator. Outside the hotel, he meets a girl, Rain. Kaname teams up with Rain and finds out that the player, who took Kaname's ring, has been killed by a trap. On the other hand, Shuka is in danger. A gang is behind her because they are pleased with her consistent abilities as a solo player. She has some rings in her control. Kaname figures out that the florist kills the player who took his ring, and he is using the cameras in the hotel to track his and Rain's movement, so he starts shooting up the cameras. Rain has a flashback of how she joined Darwin's game. She joined because of her ability called Intellect. It allows her to go over the probable outcome of a situation. Rain attempts to save her friend and realizes that her foresight is not always accurate. At present, Kaname breaks all the cameras in the hotel. He and Rain figure out how to draw the florist out of hiding while evading the plant zombies that he is using. Kaname comes up with an idea to bring them into a room and have Rain attempt to blow up the trees blocking the stairs, while he climbs out the window down to the first floor. According to Rain, there is an 80% chance that they will die and a 40% chance to survive. Kaname makes it to the first floor to confront the florist. Florist makes an armor set by using his vines. Kaname creates a light machine gun to combat him. Kaname defeats the florist, and Rain rejoins the action. They find out that he is sick and is playing for money to leave his daughter. The three ally because they realize that the stronger D-game players in the game have collected most of the rings. Now those same players will move to the hotel to gain the remaining 24 rings. Kaname, Rain, and the florist have exhausted themselves fighting each other, and now they have to bunker down and prepare to be attacked by stronger players. There has camped Sniper focusing on Shuka to kill her, but Shuka uses her sigil in combination with the game radar to eliminate camped snipers trying to prevent her from reaching Kaname at the hotel. Kaname in his dream meets Hiroyuki and Hamada, and Hiroyuki tells him that he started this game for money because he belongs to a needy family. He wakes up and receives Shuka's MSG, who tells him that he is near to him and who has fewer rings will get punishment. He meets with Rain, who reports that they have not been attacked yet. Kaname speaks with one of the players that were used as a zombie named Ryuji in the previous fight, but he does not like florists. He joins their clan after hearing the name of Wang, who is his enemy. Wang is planning an assault on the hotel at nightfall with the help of his clan members, who are en route to Shibuya, where the hunt is taking place. Kaname and his group discuss their plan. Hiragi used his vine sigil to shield the hotel, and the rest of the group will intercept Wang's group as they come. They give half rings to Hiragi and an even split for the remaining 3 members. Hiragi is playing the game to save money to give his daughter. Rain finds out inconsistencies with the rules of the treasure hunt. She sees strange wording in the rules and unlikely values for the gems. This realization leads them to believe that gems may not be the answer to clear the game. Someone with a water sigil attacks Shuka, and she fails to overcome them. Kaname runs to help her and gives her rings to the group. Rain helps Kaname from the hotel roof, and Ryuji travels with Kaname as a backup. During their mission, Ryuji and Kaname share information about their sigils. Ryuji tells Kaname that he is a lie detector. While Rain is providing backup, she continues to investigate the rules of the treasure hunt and the rings. She realizes the rings have a QR code on them. She reveals her findings to Hiragi, and they agree to investigate further. While Kaname and Ryuji approach Shuka's position, they meet a passive player. She tells them the subway is dangerous and follows them in an attempt to tell them what is happening. Shuka is holding her head above water in the subway, waiting for Kaname to save her. Sui runs from Ryuji and hides behind in the store. She has a disorder of speaking to herself. She uses water in the store to freeze Ryuji. She was about to kill him when her left hand tried to stop her right hand from killing him. On the other hand, Kaname arrives at an ice wall in the subway. He uses his ability to create a gun and breaks the ice wall. He finds Shuka unconscious underwater, but he wakes her up. As the two make their way back to Ryuji, Shuka reveals her parents had been murdered while playing D-game, and she wants revenge. Kaname tells her that he also wants revenge on the creator of this game. They come to a store and rejoin Ryuji. They ask Sui to join them. She tells them that the soul of her brother, Sauda, merged with her after she joined the D-game as a part of her sigil. He is aggressive, but Sui always tries to calm him. The 8th group attacks Hiragi and Rain in the hotel. Kaname tells them to leave the rings and meet up with them to get the treasure, but Hiragi wants to receive money to help his daughter. He decides to stay behind, allowing Rain to escape. Hiragi wears Florist's Vein armor again, defeats all clan members, and faces off against Wang, who has fired Sigil. Rain on her way to meet Kaname, and the group remembers the ring numbers and location and finds out that the actual hunt has located in a central train station in Shibuya. Hiragi gets injured in a fight with D-clan members. Hirage uses his sigil to play his final trap card and destroy the entire building. The D-game members also decode the rings in a treasure hunt. Rain arrives at the station and meets with 8th clan members who are not participating in the treasure, but are backing up Wang. Rain walks around the train station in stealth mode, trying to avoid 8th clan members who are patrolling. However, a clan member has a wolf smell as his sigil and notices her scent. As a result, Wang captures her. After some stalling, Kaname, Ryuji, Sui, and Shuka arrive to save Rain. Despite Kaname's efforts, his group ends up in a shootout with the 8th. Shuka and Sui take out several 8th members, but Wang eventually shuts her down. Ryuji also comes face to face with Wang and gets his arm sliced off. Ryuji plans to use a grenade to blow everyone up, but Kaname shows them the treasure's key and offers to trade information for their lives. Kaname threatens Wang to destroy the key if Wang does not agree to let them go. Wang talks to himself and realizes that Ki can lead them to an amount of treasure, so he guarantees Kane's safety but not Ryuji's. Kane throws the key at Wang and takes it. Ryuji thinks that Kane gives him an opportunity to strike Wang from behind, but Kane reveals that it was a tactic so that he can enter a code into a coin locker. Rain gave him this code. After Kane opens the coin locker, the participants have notified that the game has been cleared. Wang tells Kane that he will find him and cut him up for tricking him. The game master gives Kane 1,000 points and divides 5,000 points among other members. Kane's actual prize for winning the event involves giving him a special privilege within Darwin's game. After some months, Kane's group has officially become a clan, and Shuka and Sui are looking for a house for the group. Hiraga's insurance money has been given to her daughter, who is in the hospital. Ryuji gets to heal his arms. As clan leader, Kane tries to ally with Danju's boxing club. Danju challenges him to a no-holds-barred match to determine if the alliance will stand. Shizuka is an old fellow of Kane. He goes to his old address to meet him, and an 8th clan member starts approaching him. The match between Kane and Danju begins with a no-hold-barred battle. Inyukai is appointed the referee but does not make a difference in the match. Ryuji and Rain watch Kane fight. Kane uses his sigil, but Danjao is still leading the fight. It reveals that Danju is the 4th-ranked player in Darwin's game, but a flashbang grenade from Kane causes Danju to use his hardening sigil and call the match a draw. Liu Zulan, a masked woman, abducts Kane to claim him as her prize for picking him to win the treasure hunt. The other group members follow them in a military truck. Liu wants him to work for her and to father her child. Clan chases him, and fights start between them. Kane clan got the upper hand, and she falls. Kane accepts her into their clan because she keeps her promises. Shuka is especially upset because Liu has a romantic interest in Kane, just as she does. Rain meets with Katori and finds the 8th clan's hideout for her. Rain notes that she needs to know how many members are at their shelter, and Katori agrees to give the information she wants. Instead of payment, she asks to join the Sunset Ravens clan. Rain agrees to ask Kane but does not promise an answer right away because they are at war with the 8th clan. Kane receives a video where his friend, Shinazuka, is held hostage by the 8th clan. With the club's power plus an alliance with Danjo's boxing club, the Sunset Ravens starts to plan a way to recover Shinazuka. Rain returns with information to approach the 8th clan. Wand and his members are waiting for Kane, but the police reach them. Kane does not want anyone to die. Wang is busy with copes, and Kane works on his plan to save his friend. Shinazuka accidentally joins Darwin's game while trying to redial Kane's number when they lose signal. His sigil allows him to make shields. On the outside, the Sunset Ravens approach. Inusuka charges at Wang's lieutenant while the others disperse and attempt to enter. When Kane and Ryuji arrive, they find out Wang has chopped Shinazuka into pieces. Wang orders his group to fire Kane and Ryuji. However, Kane quickly fires his weapon. After the death of Shinazuka, Kane starts a battle with the 8th clan, realizing that they have no boundaries. Wang orders his men to attack him, but he strikes them all down. Shuka draws attention to Wang as Ryuji and Kane dismantle the leftover goons. Wang underestimates Shuka's abilities and ends up falling into a trap that leaves him amputated without either his legs or one arm. Wang tries to use his power but fails, and Kane takes his revenge by killing him. The group wins the battle and moves to defeat the Game Master. Kane and members take Wang's area and prohibit every type of game activity there.